Namaste and welcome to the Yinning at Life podcast. I'm your host, Kimberley Roberts of SolefulYin, and I'm here to dish out all things related to Yin Yoga, pressure point therapy, breathwork, meditation, and of course, mindset and lifestyle hacks. And I'm so glad that you're here pressing play on today's episode. This is a really pinch me effing hard moment. I want to talk about, have you got the balls to do it? So let's dive in. So when I ask you, have you got the balls to do it? That means, have you got the balls to go for what you want in your life? And I mean to really go for it, right? Not just to sit there and kind of haphazardly dream in the wind and let it just float by you. I'm talking about really got the balls to do what it is that you want to do in this lifetime. Because I'm going to tell you something, a little spoiler alert. Whether you believe it or not, you were created specifically by a higher source, whatever you want to call that, God, spirit, universe, angel, whatever. You're here on this planet in your physical body for a reason. And it's your responsibility and it's your role to figure out what here and what am I meant to do. Now, there's two different approaches to that. Some people just kind of coast by life, living what I call unconsciously, right? And not really awake. Kind of like a zombie, just going through their life day to day. I will tell you, that was me for many, many, many decades. The majority of my life, I lived in a very unconscious state. Option two is to really step into your power, into what I call being a creator in your life and deliberately co-creating with that higher source. Okay? That option number two, is what I chose, and not that long ago, to be honest with you. So if you don't know my background, you can go and look at all the different episodes, my healing stories back from season 1 and even an update in season 2 here. But basically, I lived with an abusive alcoholic for 25 years until I finally got the balls to leave and move on. And I'll tell you, as scary as that was, it was the proudest moment in my life because I finally stepped into my power. And I'll tell you, back then, I didn't really even fully grasp just how much power I had. I was still when it comes time to that. But as I realized, this journey of life is meant to be a continuous journey of healing and growth. It's one step you heal, one step you grow. And there's no quote unquote final destination of where you end up. You're always evolving and you're always growing if you choose to step into that energy, into that vibe, into that frequency. And the choice is yours and it's yours alone. So when I stepped in fully to this journey, knowing that, you know what, there is no final destination. Even when my physical body passes, my soul will move on into a next life, into a next body, and I will continue the journey. And this is really what your life is all about. But you got to have the balls to be able to step into that power, into that energy, to believe in yourself first. The moment that you believe in yourself and you make that very first move, the universe responds based on your vibe. Okay, just let that land. I'm going to say that again. So the moment that you decide to believe in yourself, that's the kicker. You got to believe in yourself. And you take that first move, the universe responds in the same vibe. And the universe only responds based on your vibration, your energy, not your words. But here's the thing, your words are powerful because your words create feelings, which create emotions. And those emotions are what create your energy. And that's what you put out to the universe. And so it's always, everything that you create in your life is based on your vibe, your frequency, your energy, your vibration, okay? Right now, I am sitting in the Soulful Yin sacred space. I use this space to treat patients for reflexology and pressure point therapy treatments. And obviously, I use this space as my yoga studio as well, where I teach online. And to get here, right here in this very exact moment, as I am recording this podcast episode, I just launched my app. Yeah, my yoga and well-being app. And I'll tell you that probably about 15 years ago, I had a dream. I wanted to have a yoga studio. And I thought that that was actually going to happen. And it fell apart. And I was devastated. But I was like, okay, well, I guess it's just not the right timing. And so I let it go. And then years later, I had another opportunity. And that fell through as well. And I was equally devastated. I was like, but universe, like, I want to have a yoga studio. So I let it go again. And then recently, as I kept putting out the vibration of, I want to take thousands to transformation in their body, in their mind, and in their souls, as in the soles of their feet. I was like, and I believe 100% with every single fiber in my being, every single cell in my body is vibrating of a hell fucking yes, you're going to do this. And then I was presented with an opportunity to build my own app. And I will tell you, when you come into full alignment with something, you believe 100% in whatever it is that you're doing, and the universe picks up on that energy. Let me tell you how fast things happen. So, although right now I am waiting for the iOS and Android official apps for my Soulful Yin app, so in terms of like the branded app, Soulful Yin app, I'm still in the process of waiting for Apple and Google to approve those. However, my web-based app is up, running, and live with members already practicing on it. I did this in less than 5 days, and it was seamless. Like, sure, I had to figure out some quirks of like, well, how does this functionality work and how does that work? And there were some frustrating moments, let me tell you. There were like, bang my head against the wall, or it was like, take a deep breath, or it was like, okay, shut the computer down, go for a walk, go do a yin practice, do something, anything but this. But I will tell you, it was the easiest launch I have ever had. Why? Because I didn't put up any resistance. None of myself was blocked in any way. I was 100% energetically aligned and took every inspired, aligned action to get this app up and running. And when I say that, the thing that I'm proudest about most in my life is leaving a 25-year abusive marriage, because there's anyone who is listening here who is either in a situation where they're in a relationship that is abusive or they've just left one. I know what that is like. I know how scary that is. I will tell you that I left 9 years ago, and has that journey from then to this day right now been simple? Absolutely not. I have had many challenges. I've had many moments where I just wanted to give in the towel and say, fuck this, I'm not doing it, I can't do it. I had so many moments where I just wanted to give up. And I'll be honest with you, there were moments where I wanted to end my own life because it was just so hard. But I also realized because of how I thought and what kind of emotions I was creating and what kind of energy I was putting out into the world, I wasn't the least bit surprised that there were some really hard moments in my journey. But I could have made them a lot simpler if I would have had the awareness that I have now. But you know what? I always say, based on what my dad told me, you do the best that you can with the tools that you have in any given moment. And that's what I've been doing the last 9 years. Just doing the best that I could with what I knew. There were lots of oops moments. I never say mistakes because I just say, oops, all right, well, okay, that didn't really roll the way I wanted it to. Okay, well, then I didn't get what I wanted, but I certainly learned a lesson. So as far as I'm concerned, that's still winning, right? You just know that next time it's like, well, yeah, I don't really want that again. Or you actually do get what you wanted. Great. But the power that your words hold, I can't tell you just how vital that is, because those words hold energy. Like, just think about it. If you say to yourself, I suck, I'm useless, like, how do you feel when you say those words to yourself? Not very good. But if you say, you know what, I'm an incredible human being, I am talented, I am gifted, I love myself, I think I'm capable of doing anything, just feel into the vibration of those words in your own body, because that's whatever energy you're putting out is what you attract back. And so when I say, have you got the balls to go after what you want? What I'm really saying is, are you able and wanting and willing to co-create your life with intention, with purpose? Knowing that, you know what? Whatever shows up in your reality is what you're creating. So the thoughts that you are having right here in this moment are creating your future reality. The reality, your current reality that you're living right now, is based on your previous thoughts. Let me say that again. The current reality that you are seeing right now in your life is based on your past thoughts. Your future reality is based on the thoughts you're thinking right now. So choose carefully, choose deliberately. And I will give you another spoiler alert. What has really helped me get into this high vibrational energy are my practices. That's why I say that Yin Yoga is so much more than just a physical stretch, because it is a vehicle, it is a catalyst, it is a very powerful tool for helping you to release emotions that are stored in your body. And as a human being, you are meant to experience a broad spectrum of emotions, okay? You are meant to feel anger, sadness, joy, grief, happiness, gratitude, fear, love, joy, disappointment. You're meant to feel it all, but you're not meant to linger those emotions in your body. Even the emotions like joy and happiness. Emotions are meant to move through you. This is why in Chinese medicine, their philosophy is emotions are not labeled as good or bad. They are simply indicators of where you are at vibrationally in the moment. And the other thing is, your emotions, as they're stored in your body, affect your organs. Now, I have a whole series of podcast episodes on talking about the energetic meridian system in your body and how it's linked to your emotions and how it's linked to your organs. So you can go and take a look at that. But basically, I'm telling you that what is stored in your body vibrationally radiates out into the world. And you are the powerful creator of that. This is why. Have you got the balls to go after what you want in your life? Because you're the only one who's going to make it happen. The universe is there to co-create with you, but ultimately, it's your vibe that attracts what shows up for you. Now, if you're sitting there and you're thinking, holy moly, this is incredible. I had no idea that Yin Yoga can actually do this. Come and join me on my app. You've got two options. You can join the free access plan and you'll get 3 practices. Don't need a credit card. You just practice. Or you can sign up for my trial memberships. They're 7-day trial, annual or monthly. You can cancel at any time and you get unlimited access to everything. So all of my practices, all of my acupressure, reflexology, breathwork, meditation, yin practices, all of that in my community lounge. You can also track your practices as well and your mood and your energy, like how you're feeling. You can connect with other people and you can stream anytime, anywhere from any mobile-friendly smartphone, tablet, or your desktop or laptop computer at literally the drop of a mat and a click. It's that simple. So I'm going to link all of that in the show notes. But I really want you to sit and look at your life and look at the past, what you've already created, okay? And I don't want you to go from a place of judgment because, again, we just do the best that we can with what we know. But I want you to go from a place of curious observation of like, okay, I did create that. All right. So if I know I created that, I know I can create anything. So what do you want to create? I know if you're listening to this podcast episode, you definitely want to create that yinning at life vibe. You want to have it all. And you can. And I'll tell you that with some mindfulness, with some deliberate, powerful thought patterns, and my practices, you will have the balls to create whatever you want. So thank you so much for pressing play today on this episode. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Have an awesome rest of your day. Namaste.